The first question they have to ask themselves is, what do you get from a newspaper that you don't get from any other piece of content? And once they can answer that question, then they've got a unique product that the consumer would buy into. I think the second point of discussion that is to be had is whether that content gets placed on a paper format, a la a newspaper the way we know it, or on a digital platform. The successful media houses are the houses that are going to realize that they're content providers, and whether that content gets provided on an electronic format or on a print format is actually irrelevant. Currently, there's 45% penetration of community newspapers in South Africa, and that's not because of the consumer, that's because of the publishers. A big area like Soweto has only recently just received community newspapers. In a lot of the KZN rural communities, they're now starting to distribute community newspapers. So there's still a really big chunk of the South African population that if they could get a free newspaper with relevant content to them and their community, right, I think there's absolute relevance still, and I think the advertisers would jump on that and they would use it and they would capitalize on it. I think newspapers and media houses as a whole need to lose a little bit of that sense of high and mightiness of what they will and what they won't sell. So as an example, the page 2 of the Sunday Times, that's prime-time content. Why are they shirking away from selling prime-time content? It's the same as television. If SABC1 decided tomorrow that then, because Generations is their prime-time content, they're not going to place advertising in it, why on earth would a newspaper be any different to that, and why on earth would a magazine be any different to that? I do believe and I firmly understand that there is the balance that the editor has to maintain in terms of trust and not making it look like a advertorial rag. I think there is an evening of the balance amongst editors at the moment. Newspapers back in the day used to be used to reach the entire South African population. I remember the days of you used to put Sunday Times and then a report on a media schedule, and if you've got those two newspapers, you're going to reach most of the South African population. It's not the case anymore. From an advertiser, from a media and from a marketer perspective, we're changing our approach to newspapers. Our target market is now more finite. We're now starting to target communities and start targeting interests. And those are smaller groups of people that you now can reach and still reach with print in a very, very effective way. But it's just that mind shift change from print being that the one big bang where you buy an ad in the Sunday Times and you reach the whole country. It's not the case anymore. That's the platform for television and radio and online to a lesser or greater degree. Print is now becoming more about a community and interest focus. I think newspapers' biggest challenge is that if you wake up in the morning and you switch on your phone, you see that there's Oscar Pistorius has shot his girlfriend. You drive to work, you hear about it on the radio. You watch television, you see all about it. And the next morning, what's on the front page of the newspaper? Oscar Pistorius has shot his girlfriend. It's not unique content. It's something that I know a lot about already. So what newspapers and specifically have to come to grips with is, what do newspapers offer their readers that they cannot get anywhere else?